Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Anupma Biology Classes. In this video, our topic is dark reaction or biosynthetic phase. This video is taken from Plant Physiology series CBSE class 11th, part 4th of chapter 14. Now, let's see here the lecture overview. So in this video, we will see dark reaction or biosynthetic phase, detective search for the dark reaction, Calvin cycle or C3 cycle, Hatch-Slack cycle or C4 cycle, C4 plants, biochemical pathway, significance of C4 cycle and difference between C3 and C4 cycles. Now, let's start the video in which our first topic is dark reaction or biosynthetic phase. So, what are the dark reaction? Dark reaction or biosynthetic phase occurs in the stroma of chloroplast, where the products of light reaction, that means assimilatory power, are used to incorporate carbon from carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. Although the reaction itself does not require light, but the process usually occurs in the light and continues for a very brief period after a plant is kept in dark as long as NADPH and ATP are available. A better understanding of the mechanism of carbon dioxide fixation was established by the work of Melvin Calvin. So in this picture you can see that, and Benson and their colleagues in California in the mid-50s, who identified the intermediates compound and gave the detailed pathway of the carbons in the photosynthesis called Calvin cycle. For his work, M. Calvin was awarded Nobel Prize in 1961. So in case of Calvin cycle, you can see here there are many steps like the carbon fixation, reduction phase, carbohydrate formation, and the last is the regeneration phase. We will see each and every part in detail from the next slides. Before this, see here the detective search for the dark reaction. So what are the detective search? M. Calvin and his colleagues used chlorella. In this picture you can see a unicellular green alga as the experimental organism. This alga possesses chloroplast and performs photosynthesis similar to hair plants. The advantage of using this alga was that it grows in water medium and can be easily handled. For identification of intermediate reactions and compounds, the method employing radio tracer techniques, chromatography and autoradiography was used. The chlorella suspension was allowed to photosynthesize in presence of carbon dioxide containing radioactive isotope of carbon C14. The radioactive isotopes are similar to normal elements in their chemical properties but differ in their number of neutrons and atomic weight. The half-life of radioactive C14 is 5200 years and can be easily detected using autoradiography. Calvin and his colleagues fed carbon dioxide radioactive 14 to chlorella suspension for brief periods. After a determined time, the cells were killed by dropping them into hot boiling methanol, which also stopped all enzymatic reactions. Then the suitable extracts were made. The experiment was repeated by increasing the feeding period and the extracts were prepared. Every time the exposure of carbon dioxide 14 was increased by a few seconds. The extracts were then analyzed by chromatography. The organic compounds thus separated were subjected to autoradiography. For autoradiography, an unexposed X-ray films was placed on chromatogram in the dark and then developed. The developed film showed black spots corresponding to radioactive compounds on the chromatograms. The radioactive compounds were then identified using standard methods. So Calvin observed that after 3 seconds exposures of chlorella in presence of radioactive carbon, the radioactive isotope of carbon was found mainly in 3-phosphoglyceric acid, which is the structure. Here you can see this. This clearly indicates that the 3-carbon compound 3-phosphoglyceric acid was the first stable product of photosynthesis. So what is the first stable product of photosynthesis? 3-phosphoglyceric acid. It is further examined that only 1 carbon of the 3-carbon compounds was radioactive. The other 2 were normal carbons. Since phosphoglyceric acid is a 3-carbon compound, it was thought that carbon dioxide was primarily accepted by a 2-carbon compound to form a 3-carbon phosphoglyceric acid. Such compound with 2 carbon was however not detectable in the chloroplast. Search for that unknown compound to which the carbon dioxide reacted to form PGA was then begun. Calvin and co-workers further investigated that the chlorella cells, here in this picture you can see the structure, were fed with radioactive isotope carbon dioxide for 60 seconds or longer. All the 3 carbons of PGA become radioactive. Furthermore, many other carbohydrates having 4, 5, 6 and 7 carbon atoms become radioactive. This led M. Calvin to believe that dark reaction of photosynthesis consists of a chain of reactions operating in a cycle and that the acceptor molecule that accepts carbon dioxide is a part of intermediate compounds. Later, A. Benson found that radioactively accumulates in a pentose sugar, ribulose 1,5-biphosphate, which most likely incorporates the carbon dioxide. It was then experimentally proved that the carbon dioxide is primarily accepted by ribulose 1,5-biphosphate, which produces 2 molecules of phosphoglyceric acid. So, Calvin further investigated that some of the PGA is again transferred back to give RUBP for accepting fresh carbon dioxide molecules. RUBP is ribulose biphosphate, besides producing hexose sugar as an end product. The complete regular metabolic cycle of the reaction taking place in the dark reaction of the photosynthesis has been well established by the M. Calvin, which is called Calvin cycle. Since the first stable product of Calvin cycle is a 3-carbon compound, the cycle is also called C3 cycle. Now, after this, Calvin cycle. So, what is Calvin cycle or C3 cycle? Calvin cycle can be studied by the splitting the complete cycle into the 3 phases, in which the first one is the carboxylation phase, second is reduction phase, and the last one is the regeneration phase. Here you can see the 3 stages of the Calvin cycle: carboxylation, reduction and regeneration. So in first part, incorporation occur, then the reduction and then regeneration occur. Now, the first step, that is the carboxylation phase. So what is in this phase? It is the initial reaction of the Calvin cycle in which the atmospheric carbon dioxide combines with ribulose 1,5-biphosphate to form an unstable compound which splits into 2 molecules of 3-phosphoglyceric acid. So the reaction is catalyzed by enzyme ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase, and the ribosco is the most abundant protein on the earth. It comprises about 16% of the chloroplast proteins. The enzyme is located on the outer surface of the thylakoid membrane. The unstable intermediate compound has been identified as 2-carboxy-3-keto-ribitol 1,5-bisphosphate. So in the first reaction, that is the carboxylation phase, here you can see here, that is the balance overall reaction of the cycle. Let us start with the 6 molecule of carbon dioxide, and then in the first reaction 6 molecules of carbon dioxide combines with the 6 molecules of ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate to form 12 molecules of 3-phosphoglyceric acid. Here you can see the 6 molecules of 3-phosphoglyceric acid because 3 molecules of CO2 and 3 molecules of RUBP used. So this is the first reaction. After this, see here, now the reduction phase of the Calvin cycle. So if we talk about the reduction phase, carboxylation phase is followed by the reactions that involve reduction of phosphoglyceric acid to phosphoglyceraldehyde. Now the first, that is the 12 molecules of 3-phosphoglyceric acid or 3-phosphoglycerate. Here you can see which is the product of the carboxylation. So these 3-phosphoglyceric acid are phosphorylated by the 12 molecules of ATP to form 12 molecules of 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid. Here you can see the arrow indicates that is the 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, which is in the presence of enzyme called phosphoglycerokinase. So, and here the molecule of ATP get converted to ADP. So, in this whole process, 3-phosphoglycerate is converted into 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate in presence of enzyme phosphoglycerokinase, and here ATP converted into the ADP. Now after this, these 12 molecules of 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid are reduced to 12 molecules of 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde in presence of 12 molecules of coenzyme NADPH, which is produced in the light reaction, and the reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme triosidophosphate dehydrogenase. So triose phosphate dehydrogenase enzyme, which is used in the conversion of 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid into the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate or 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde. Inorganic phosphate is released here. So after this, the molecule of 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde get isomerized to form dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Here you can see that this is the isomer form. Both the isomers exist in equilibrium. The isomerization is catalyzed by enzyme triose phosphate isomerase. So in overall all the process and all the reactions, enzyme are used here. So here 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde is converted into dihydroxyacetone phosphate. After this 3 molecule of 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde and the 3 molecules of dihydroxyacetone phosphate combine to form 3 molecules of fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, that means hexose sugar. Before this, all are 3 carbon compounds. So after this, the reaction mechanism is also called aldol condensation, and accordingly the enzyme which catalyzed the reaction is called aldolases. Now, so here what happened? 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde combined with dihydroxyacetone phosphate to form fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, which is hexose sugar. Now, after this, each fructose 1,6-bisphosphate molecule loses one phosphate residue with the help of enzyme phosphatase and become fructose 6-phosphate. Now, fructose 6-phosphate can be converted into other sugars like the glucose, sucrose, starch. In this way, the atmospheric carbon dioxide is used in the synthesis of carbohydrate. So this is all about the reduction phase. Here 3-phosphoglycerate is by all the intermediate products at last converted into the fructose 6-phosphate. And in all the reaction, enzymes are used. After this, now see here the regeneration phase. So if we talk about the regeneration phase, both triose phosphate, that is 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde and dihydroxyacetone phosphate, actively participate in the regeneration of carbon dioxide acceptor ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate. The sequence of reactions are as follow. Now see here the 2 molecules of fructose 6-phosphate, that is fructose 6-phosphate, react with 2 molecules of 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde to produce 2 molecules of gyrulose 5-phosphate and 2 molecules of erythrose 4-phosphate. The reaction is catalyzed by enzyme transketolase. So fructose 6-phosphate combined with the 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde converted into the erythrose 4-phosphate and xylulose 5-phosphate. The two molecules of erythrose 4-phosphate combine with the two molecules of dihydroxyacetone phosphate converted and to produce two molecules of pseudohaptulose 1,7-bisphosphate, that is 7 carbon compound. The reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme transaldolase. Now, after this, each molecule of pseudohaptulose 1,7-bisphosphate loses one phosphate group to form pseudohaptulose 7-phosphate in presence of enzyme phosphatase. Now, the two molecules of pseudohaptulose 7-phosphate reacts with the two molecules of 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde to produce two molecules each of ribose 5-phosphate and xylulose 5-phosphate. So here you can see that ribose 5-phosphate and after this xylulose 5-phosphate also. This reaction is catalyzed by enzyme transketolase. Now, after this, the two molecules of ribose 5-phosphate are converted to two molecules of ribulose 5-phosphate in presence of enzyme phosphoribose isomerase, and after this, the four molecules of xylulose 5-phosphate are isomerized to four molecules of ribulose 5-phosphate in presence of enzyme ribulose phosphate isomerase. Here you can see that from ribose 5-phosphate, ribulose 5-phosphate form, and from the xylulose 5-phosphate also ribulose 5-phosphate form. Finally, all the six molecules of ribulose 5-phosphate are phosphorylated to by the six molecules of ATP, and because of this to produce 6 molecule of ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate, that is RUBP. So after this, in presence of enzyme ribulose kinase. So the net reaction before this, see here, this is the all about the regeneration phase. So in this phase, there are many enzymes are used. First one in the case of the carboxylation, that is the Rubisco. Ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase used. After that, in case of reduction, first enzyme is phosphoglycerokinase. Then triose phosphate dehydrogenase. Then the next is triose phosphate isomerase. After this, aldolase. Then phosphatase. Then after this, in case of regeneration, transketolase, transaldolase, phosphatase, transketolase, phosphoribose isomerase and ribulose phosphate isomerase, and after this the last one is phosphoribulose kinase are used in the whole process of Calvin cycle. So the net reaction of the Calvin cycle or the C3 cycle, before this, see here, this is the summary of Calvin cycle. In this case, first one, that is the carbon fixation. Here carbon dioxide combined to RUBP sugar with the help from Rubisco. Then 6 carbon molecules is split into the 3 carbon molecules. Then the second is reduction phase, where the 3-PGA, 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde is converted to 3-phosphoglycerate. And then it is here the energies from light reactions, that is ATP and NADPH. Then the carbohydrate formation occur, which is turned into the carbohydrates. Then the last one is the regeneration phase. Here G3P plus ATP used to make RUBP. And then the cycle begins again. So this is the overall reaction of the Calvin cycle. After this, in case of dark reaction, which takes place in stroma, and the reactants needed for the dark reactions are carbon dioxide, ATP and NADPH. Products made from the dark reaction used in light reactions are NADP, ADP, which returns to the light reaction to make more ATP, NADP, which returns to the light reaction to pick up more electrons and hydrogen, and glucose is made in the dark reaction for use throughout the organism. So the Calvin cycle generates sugar within the chloroplast. The net here the goal is reduced CO2 to produce 3 carbon sugar, that is D3P. Reactants, plant cell may then use G3P to make glucose and other organic molecules. So the equation, net reaction of the Calvin cycle or G3 cycle is 6 RUBP plus 6 CO2 plus 18 ATP plus 12 NADPH, which forms 6 RUBP C6H12O6 plus 18 ADP plus 12 NADP plus 18 PI. So the balance sheet of the C3 cycle is C3 cycle or Calvin cycle is mainly a mechanism of fixing atmospheric carbon dioxide into the glucose by making use of hydrogen obtained from NADPH and energy in the form of ATP obtained from photophosphorylation. Let us ask a question and try to answer it. Question is, how many carbon dioxide molecules are needed to synthesize 1 molecule of glucose? The answer is 6 carbon dioxide molecules. Moreover, if 1 molecule of carbon dioxide is fixed in 1 turn of C3 cycle, 6 turns of cycle will be required to fix 6 molecules of carbon dioxide. Likewise, each turn needs 3 ATP and 2 NADPH molecules, so that 6 molecules of carbon dioxide will be fixed in 6 turns of C3 cycle, making use of 18 ATP and 12 NADPH molecule to synthesize 1 molecule of glucose. Thus, the molecule going in and coming out of the C3 cycle are, in case of in, 6 molecules of CO2, 18 molecules of ATP and 12 molecules of NADPH. And out are the 1 molecule of glucose, 18 molecule of ADP and 12 molecules of NADP+. So the Calvin cycle has 3 phases. The reaction occur in a cycle. Here you can see that fixation, reduction and regeneration. And in this case of fixation, reduction and regeneration, this is the summarized view of the Calvin cycle. How many turns does the Calvin cycle need to make 1 hexose sugar? You know it. The Calvin cycle needs 6 turns to make 1 hexose sugar. Why? Because the 3 turns of the cycle produces 6 molecules of triose phosphate. 2 molecules of triose phosphate are made from every 1 carbon dioxide used. So 5 out of 6 of these triose phosphate molecules are used to regenerate RUBP. So for 3 turns, only 1 triose phosphate is produced that used to make a hexose sugar. A hexose sugar has 6 carbon atoms, so 2 triose phosphate molecules are needed to make 1 hexose sugar. This means the cycle must turn 6 times to produce 2 triose phosphate molecules to make 1 hexose sugar. 6 turns of the cycle need 18 ATP and 12 reduced NADP from the light dependent reaction. Now, so here you can see that how many CO2 or carbon molecules does the Calvin cycle use at one place? You know that it uses only 1 carbon at a time. Where do the other 5 G3Ps go? They are recycled in the cycle. How many cycles does it take to produce glucose? Since the cycle uses only 1 carbon at a time, 6 full turns are needed to make 2 G3P molecules that makes up 1 glucose molecule. So, stages of photosynthesis. First one, that is the light reaction. Inputs are H2O, ADP and NADP+, and outputs are oxygen, ATP and NADPH, and site of this light reaction is thylakoids. While in the second stage, that is the Calvin cycle, inputs are carbon dioxide, ATP and NADPH, outputs are G3P, ADP and NADP+, and the site of the Calvin cycle or the dark reaction is stroma. Now, after this, Hatch and Slack cycle or the C4 pathway. So, what is C4 pathway? Until mid-60s, it was universally accepted that the Calvin cycle was the only pathway of this carbon dioxide fixation in the photosynthesis. In 1957, Kortschak, in this picture you can see that, and the co-workers reported synthesis of 4 carbon organic acids as the first stable product of the photosynthesis in case of sugarcane. The same was further reported by Karpilov in maize leaves. Later in the year 1966, 2 scientists, Hatch and Slack, thoroughly investigated the additional pathway of these plants. This additional pathway described by the 2 scientists is called Hatch and Slack cycle. Since the first stable product of the carbon dioxide fixation is the 4-carbon oxaloacetic acid, the cycle is called C4 cycle, and the plants which exhibit this cycle are called C4 plants. It has now become well established that the plants which are adapted to dry tropical regions have the C4 pathway in addition to C3 cycle. These plants initially fix atmospheric carbon dioxide to yield a C4 acid. This is known as first carboxylation, in which phosphoenol pyruvic acid, a C3 acid, is carboxylated to C4 acid, which subsequently donates one carbon as carbon dioxide to the Calvin cycle, where second carboxylation takes place. Now, see here, what are the C4 plants? The plants that perform C4 cycle are found in the tropical and subtropical regions. There are more than 900 known species in which C4 cycle occurs. Among them, more than 300 species belong to dicots and the rest belong to monocots. The important among them are sugarcane, maize, sorghum, Cyprus rotundus, Digitaria, Amaranthus, etc. These plants have cranch, that means German term meaning hollow or wreath type of leaf anatomy. Here you can see that cranch anatomy. The vascular bundles in the C4 leaves are surrounded by a layer of bundle sheath cells that contains large number of chloroplasts. The chloroplasts in the C4 leaves are dimorphic, that is, two morphologically distinct types. The chloroplasts of the bundle sheath cells are larger in size and arranged centripetally. They contain starch grains but lack grana. The mesophyll cells, on the other hand, contains normal type of chloroplast. The mesophyll cells perform C4 cycle and the cells of bundle sheath perform C3 cycle. So here you can see that in case of this type of anatomy plants, the mesophyll cells perform C4 cycle and the bundle sheath cells perform C3 cycle. Now, here you can see that the leaf anatomy of the C3 and C4 plants. So this is the normal C3 plants leaves, and here the C4 plant leaf and the structure. That means is structure of the bundle sheath cells and the mesophyll cells. Now, after this, see here the biochemical pathway. So, what is the biochemical pathway of this cycle? Initially, the carbon dioxide, in this picture you can see, of the atmosphere comes in contact with the mesophyll cells, where it combines with the phosphoenol pyruvic acid or phosphoenol pyruvate to form oxaloacetic acid, which is a 4-carbon compound. Because you know that phosphoenol pyruvic acid is a 3-carbon compound combined with the carbon dioxide, which is a 1-carbon compound, and both combine to form an oxaloacetic acid, which is a 4-carbon compound in presence of enzyme phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase. After that, oxaloacetic acid is converted to malic acid in presence of enzyme malic dehydrogenase. In other categories of the C4 plants, oxaloacetic acid is transminated to aspartic acid. In this picture you can see that aspartate by the enzyme transaminase. So the main is oxaloacetic acid was combined with the NADPH to form malic acid, and in some cases oxaloacetic acid is converted into the aspartate or aspartic acid. These C4 acids, that is oxaloacetic acid, malic acid, aspartic acids, are transported to the cells of the bundle sheath. Now here you can see that the transport mechanism, and in bundle sheath chloroplast, the malic acid is decarboxylated to yield pyruvic acid and carbon dioxide in presence of malic enzyme. So here you can see that the malic acid is converted into the pyruvic acid or pyruvate. Now So here you can see that some reactions occur in the mesophyll cells and after that some in the bundle seed cells. Now, the concentration of carbon dioxide is thus increased in the bundle seed cells. The chloroplast of these cells contain enzyme of the Calvin cycle so that carbon dioxide is fixed to carbohydrates. The sugars formed in the bundle seed cells by the C3 cycle are transported into the phloem. The pyruvic acid formed by the decarboxylation, here you can see that in this picture, black arrow indicate, returns to the mesophyll cells where it converted to the phosphoenol pyruvic acid. The reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme pyruvate phosphate dikinase. So this is the Hatch and Slack cycle, and the conversion of pyruvic acid into the phosphoenol pyruvic acid results in the formation of AMP, not ADP, which requires 2 extra ATP to regenerate ATP from AMP. This is how 12 additional ATP are needed in the C4 cycle. Now, after this, here, in case of C4 cycle, the primary carbon dioxide acceptor is a 3-carbon compound phosphoenol pyruvic acid. The first stable compound is a 4-carbon oxaloacetic acid. C4 cycle is completed in the 2 types of chloroplast, one occurring in the mesophyll cells and other in the bundle seed cells. It takes place at high temperature and more light intensities. Photorespiration does not occur in the C4 plants. The rate of photosynthesis is comparatively higher. It occurs in the C4 plant which shows cranch anatomy. C4 plants called C4 because the carbon dioxide is first incorporated into a 4-carbon compound. Stomata are open during the day. Uses PEP carboxylase for the enzyme involved in the uptake of carbon dioxide. This enzyme allows carbon dioxide to be taken into the plant very quickly, and then it delivers the carbon dioxide directly to the rubisco for the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis takes place in the inner cells, requires a special anatomy called cranch anatomy. After this, now the significance of the C4 cycle. In C4 plants, it increases the photosynthetic yield 2 to 3 times more than C3 plants. In C4 plants, it performs a high rate of photosynthesis even when the stomata are nearly closed. It increases the adaptability of the C4 plants to the high temperature and light intensities. They can very well grow in the saline soils because of presence of C4 organic acid. C4 plants can start the process of photosynthesis in less carbon dioxide concentration due to the availability of PEPA carboxylase. The plants can also survive with less amount of water because the veins are separated from stomata, and the C4 plants can withstand at high intensity of light and high temperature. In C4 plants, the mesophyll cells pump carbon dioxide into the bundle seed cells, keeping carbon dioxide level high enough for the rubisco to accept carbon dioxide and not oxygen. C4 photosynthesis minimizes photorespiration and enhances sugar production. C4 plants thrive in hot regions with the intense sunlight. Now, this is all about the significance of the C4 pathway. After this, now the differences between the C3 and C4 cycles. Before this, the main differences between the C3 plants and the C4 plants. In case of C3 plants, carbon dioxide fixation takes place in the mesophyll cells only, while in the C4 plants, carbon dioxide fixation takes place in mesophyll cells and the bundle seed cells both. In C3 plants, carbon dioxide acceptor is RUBP only. In case of C4 plants, PEP in mesophyll and the RUBP in the bundle seed cells are the carbon dioxide acceptor. First product in the C3 plant is 3-carbon compound PGA, while in the C4 plant, first product is 4-carbon compound oxaloacetic acid. Cranch anatomy is not present in C3 plant while it is present in the C4 plants. Granum is present in the mesophyll cells in the C3 plants while the granum present in the mesophyll cells and absent in bundle seed cells in the C4 plants. Normal chloroplast present in C3 plants while the dimorphic chloroplast present in C4 plants. Optimum temperature 20 degrees centigrade to 25 degrees centigrade in C3 plants while the optimum temperature 30 degrees centigrade to 45 degrees centigrade in C4 plants. Fixation of carbon dioxide at 50 ppm, while the fixation of carbon dioxide even less than 10 ppm in C4 plants. C3 plants are the less efficient due to higher photorespiration, while the C4 plants are more efficient due to less photorespiration. C3 plants here RUBP carboxylase enzyme used for fixation, while in case of C4 plants PEP carboxylase and RUBP carboxylase used. 18 ATP is used to synthesize 1 glucose in C3 plants while consume 30 ATP to produce 1 glucose in C4 plants. In C3 plants efficient at low CO2 while C4 plants efficient at higher CO2. Examples of the C3 plants are paddy, wheat, potato and so on. While in case of the C4 plants, examples are sugarcane, maize, sorghum, amaranthus and so on. Now, differences in the cycles. Photosynthesis occurs in the mesophyll cells in C3, while in C4 photosynthesis occurs in the mesophyll and bundle seed cells. The carbon dioxide molecule acceptor is RUBP in C3, while the carbon dioxide acceptor molecule is phosphoenol pyruvate in C4. The first stable product is a 3-carbon compound in C3, while the first stable product is a 4-carbon compound in C4. Photorespiration rate is high and leads to loss of fixed carbon dioxide. It decreases carbon dioxide fixation rate. While in case of C4 plant, photorespiration is negligible and it is almost absent. Hence, it increases carbon dioxide fixation rate. C3 plants optimum temperature is 20 to 25 degrees centigrade, while in the C4 plants optimum temperature is 30 to 45 degrees centigrade. Examples of the C3 plants are rice, wheat and potato, while the C4 plants examples are maize, sugarcane, tribulus and amaranthus, etc. So this is the end of video in which we knew about the dark reaction in which Calvin cycle and Hatch and Slack cycle in detail. The next upcoming video will be on the photorespiration and CAM pathway. So if you understand this video, please like and share it and subscribe to my channel Anupma Biology Classes. If you have any questions or any queries, you can ask in the comment section below. Thank you for the watching.